The very impressive high-level global coalition in this room and at this conference demonstrates the commitment that exists to tackle the trade. My name is Aidan Gallagher. I'm an actor, activist, and UN Environment Goodwill Ambassador. And I'm honored to join you here and represent the concerns of our world's youth at this conference. You see, my generation is counting on you to protect the incredible species and their ecosystems that will be discussed here today. I hope to inspire education and awareness that will lead to preservation for future generations to enjoy. You will reaffirm global leadership, create new partnerships, and commit to intensified pledges. Sessions today will cover a range of issues including corruption in wildlife, voices from the front line, sustainable tourism, and action by companies. We urge all of you to make the most of this conference so that it is not just a milestone to reaffirm previous commitments, but a real turning point in stopping this trade before it is too late. We are greatly honored to move on to our next speaker, His Royal Highness, the Duke of Cambridge. And many of you will be aware of the very active and worldwide role that the Duke plays in inspiring action against the illegal wildlife trade. So please welcome the Duke of Cambridge.
Thank you, Aidan. Your Excellencies, Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to London. It is heartening to see so many of you here today united by a common desire to end the illegal wildlife trade. I've just returned from a visit to Namibia, Tanzania, and Kenya. I saw some tremendous work being done to intercept the trade and keep animals as safe as possible in their natural habitat. I also learnt about the absolute importance of community-led conservation so that people value wildlife as an economic resource. So before I close, I want to take a moment to remind you all about why this matters. Caring about the environment, our air, water, land, and animals is motivated by something that is simple and universal. A desire to protect this planet for those who will come after us. I firmly believe that the natural world is our biggest and most important asset, and the key to our future prosperity. We must ensure that humans and wildlife live together in balance without conflict. My plea to protect this delicate balance between growing human populations and diminishing endangered wildlife is not purely emotional. It makes economic sense. Poaching threatens not just animals, but the livelihoods of generations to come. This is an economic crime against ordinary people and their future. We must inspire the next generation of young leaders to care about nature, value it as an economic asset, and help us live better together, side by side. I feel it is my duty and our collective responsibility to leave our planet in a stronger position for our children. Thank you.
Thank you to the Duke of Cambridge for his inspirational speech. The final element of this opening session is a heartfelt speech by Ellie Goulding. Ellie is not only a global superstar, but a fellow UN Environment Goodwill Ambassador, and we are very honored to be able to introduce her. So we'd like to please welcome Ms. Ellie Goulding.
She is.
Thank you. Heads of State, Your Royal Highness, Ministers, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for inviting me here today. Treat this crime as seriously as other international crimes. Give us the tools and support to bring it to an end. You have the mandate to act, to engage and disrupt. And now you need to use it. Thank you.
Thank you to Ms. Ellie Golding. I hope you have all been motivated by the speeches you heard this morning and are now ready to take action against the illegal wildlife trade.
My favorite animal is cheetah because it runs fast.
ช้างเพราะว่ามันน่ารักมันมีงวงตัวใหญ่ใจดี
My favorite animal is elephant because it is beautiful and big.
แรงบันดาลใจที่มาทำให้เป็นผู้พิทักษ์ป่าก็คือแต่ก่อนผมเป็นเด็กเนี่ยผมอยากเห็นสัตว์ป่าอยากเห็นสัตว์ป่าหลายๆอย่างแต่ก็ไม่ได้เห็นแค่รูปได้เห็นแค่ภาพก็คือสิ่งที่อยากจะมาทำหน้าที่ตรงนี้ก็คืออยากให้สัตว์ป่ายังเหลืออยากให้เด็กรุ่นใหม่ได้เห็นสัตว์ป่าแล้วก็ได้เห็นป่าได้เห็นธรรมชาติโดยเฉพาะรุ่นหลังๆต่อจากนี้ไปเนี่ยอยากให้เขาเห็นตัวจริงสถานที่จริงที่สิ่งมีชีวิตสัตว์ป่าเหล่านี้อยู่มากกว่า
Illegal wildlife trade has got a huge impact when it comes to conservation of wildlife. It is one of the practices which is causing the depletion of important wildlife species, which have become now endangered. For the animals to become rare or endangered, it depends on human beings.
Illegal wildlife trade is mostly conducted by transnational criminal gangs, and they're using weaknesses in protection in parks around the world. So if they see an opportunity to come into a park where policing is not very strong, they're going to take advantage of that.
หลายๆครั้งที่เราจับได้หลายๆคดีนะครับก็จะมีการแอบแฝงมากับยาเสพติดเอายาเสพติดซุกซ่อนมาในซากสัตว์ป่านะครับแล้วก็ส่งออกไปยังประเทศอีกประเทศหนึ่งนะเป็นอาชญากรรม
People become now motivated to kill the animals because they know that there is a readily available market. So if people stop buying the animal products, I think that will help to reduce the killing of the animals.
Our magnificent wildlife is under threat. Human population growth, exploitation and loss of habitat are all having a huge impact. But it's the illegal wildlife trade that could tip the balance. But we can make a difference. We must make a difference.
I appeal to all our world leaders that they should implement the pledges that they made at the London conference.
Make resources available to your forest department, wildlife departments, national parks department, and help stop illegal wildlife trade.
The pledges that the member states make during conferences of this nature must be implemented. It is only by doing so that we'll see a difference.
ฝากถึงท่านผู้นำนะครับที่ดูแลรับผิดชอบเรื่องการค้าสัตว์ป่านะครับให้เพิ่มมาตรการนะครับบทลงโทษต่างๆให้รุนแรงมากขึ้นนะครับ
We're the only ones capable of changing the world we live in. If we want a better, more just world, we must create it together.
I think that supporting this is an important thing to do so that we aren't part of the group of people that see the extinction of elephants and rhinos.
We can all play our part in ensuring future generations can benefit from our amazing and diverse wildlife.
I would urge you to do absolutely everything that you can to have very strong laws to stop this illegal wildlife trade. Also police these laws, but most importantly we need education, education, education. That is the only way we are going to stop this insatiable demand around the world.
สนับสนุนหรือไม่ให้ความสำคัญอะไรเข้ามานะครับทุกอย่างมันก็จะเกิดปัญหาที่รุนแรงอยากจะฝากถึงไม่ช่วยกันดูแลในอนาคตลูกหลานเราจะมีทรัพยากรธรรมชาติที่ไหนใช้